Hey guys, welcome to the Creative Arena. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this award-winning stacked card animation with a drop and shift effect. Now, at the end of this tutorial, we're going to create something that looks like this. You can see here, this is how our card is going to stack in this 3D format, giving it depth. And then this is what happens. On scrolling, the front card is going to drop off, and then the remaining card in stack will shift forward, and then the current front card is going to drop off like that. It's going to continue like that until all the cards drop off. Okay, so this is what happens now. When we scroll, this front card is going to drop off, as you can see, and the remaining card shifts forward. And then when you continue scrolling, the current front card is going to drop off, the remaining card shifts forward. The current front card is also going to drop off, the remaining card shifts forward, and then it continues like that until all the cards are visible and then drop up. Now, when you scroll back, it's going to happen in reverse. Okay, now what this does is that this card is going to come, it's going to shift backward, and then the next card is going to come after it shows it shifts backward like that, giving room for the next card, and then it shifts backward, and then the next card comes in, shifts backward, and then the next card comes in like that. Now, this effect is responsive on all devices, and if you're using the Elementor free version, the Elementor Pro version, you'll be able to achieve this effect. And we can check it out on tablet. Okay, so on tablet, this is what we have. When we scroll, you're gonna see it's going same effect as that of the PC. You have it here. The just card comes forward, and then it drops off. The rest shifts forward like that. And then when you scroll back up, same thing is gonna happen. As you can see, in reverse format, whereby they shift backward and then they stack and stack until they give you that 3D stacking effect, like what you can see here. And it's also working perfectly on mobile. So now on mobile, this is what we're going to have. And when we scroll, you're going to see the front card is going to drop off, the next card shifts forward, drop off, and the next card shifts forward, drops off, and the next card shifts forward, drops off, and the next card shifts forward. And it's going to continue like that. And you continue scrolling. And when you scroll down, you're going to have that. And when you scroll back up, take for instance, you're going to have this reverse format whereby they shift backward and they stack, shift backward, stack, shift backward, stack, shift backward, stack, like that, creating that 3D depth, like what you can see here. So this is a very wonderful feature that you can use to bring sections to life on your design. You can use it for product showcasing, service showcasing, even testimonials for customers, and so on. Now, you are not restricted to this particular design. You can design the cards however you want to design them, but the effect will still work perfectly. So without further delay, let's dive in and get started. In Elementor editing screen, what I'll do here is I'll click on this plus icon here, select the plus container, then I'll select the structure here. Come over here, change the content weight to full weight. Now for the minimal height, I'll change the weight from pixel to VH and give it a value of 100. Then I'm going to come over here for reference purposes. I'm just going to call this one here main section. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here to where we'll have the additional options. For the overflow, I'm going to set it to hidden. HTML tag, I'm going to set it to section. Now, what I'll do next is I'll come over here to add element and add a container here. Now this container here, I'm just going to call this one here card container. Okay, so for this card container, I set the content width to full width, and then for the width here, I'm just going to set it to change the unit from percentage to viewport width and give it a value of 40 viewport width, and the minimal height value of 60 VH. Okay, now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do here is within this card container here, I'll add another container. And this container here, I'm going to call this container our card. Okay, so for the card container, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the card container. For the card, I'm going to do the same thing I did for the card container, which is to change the width to viewport width to 40 and then the height to VH60. Okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'll do here is I'll come over and make sure I set the direction to column vertical, just write content to the center and then align item to the center. Then for the card, I'll still go over here to our additional option and make sure I set the overflow to hidden. Okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'll do, I'll come over here to add content container, and then I'm going to add a container within the card. So this container here, I'll give it a minimal height value of 25 pixel. Then I'll go to the style option and give it the background color. Now I'm going to set the background color to somewhat like this. Just drag this color here. Then I'll have something like this. Okay. Then I'll go to the advanced settings and come over here to the position, and then I'm going to set the position to absolute. So we'll have it placed at the top. Now I'm going to come back here to our card container. Go to the style option. Now before I do that, let me go back here to this container here that is within the card container. Come over here to where we have the background color, and then I'm going to copy this color here. Okay, then I'll come back here to the card container. The card itself, not the card container, but the card, this one here. And then I'll go to the background type. For the background color, I'm going to set it to gradient. Now for the second color, I'm going to set the gradient color to be 2121. Okay, somewhat grayish, dark grayish in color. Then for the first color, I'm going to set the color to be like this. I'm going to paste the color we use for the top color here, and then I'm just going to drag it here and bring it somewhere here like this. Okay, then I'm going to come over here to the border, and then for the border type, I'm going to set the border to solid and give it the border width of 2 pixels, and then a border color. I'm just going to come over here and paste this color here, and then I'm just going to reduce its opacity. Okay, then come over to the border radius and give it the border radius of 15 pixels all around. So this is what we've created, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here is still on this card container. I'll go over here to the add element, and then I'm going to add the icon widget. I'll go to the icon, and then I'm going to search for heart. I'm just going to add this icon here. Now I'll come over here to the style option. For the icon color, I'm just going to set the color to be somewhat like this. Okay, then I'll come over to the icon size. I'm going to change the uniform pixel to REM and give it a value of 8 REM. Okay, now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go to advanced settings, come over here to the margin, to the bottom. I'm going to give it a value of 30 pixels to the bottom. Then I'll come back here to add element and add a heading widget. Now for the heading text, I'm just going to say favorites. Then I'll go to the style option and tweak it a little bit. Make sure I set the alignment to the center. Then I'll come over to the typography. For the font size, I'm going to change the unit from pixel to REM and give it a value of 3 REM. Then come over to the transform and set it to uppercase. Now I'm going to come back here to the color, and then I'm going to set the color to be somewhat similar to that of the icon. And then okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to preview what we'll have here. So this is what we'll have here. Now I'm going to set the responsiveness for this. So come over to tablet. Now for tablet, we're going to come over to the card container. For the width, we're going to set the width here to be 60 viewport width. And then come over to the card and then go over to the layout and set the width to be 60 VH. Okay, so now we've done that. We'll come over to the mobile. Now for the mobile, come over to the card container, set the width to be 80 viewport width, and then set the card to be 80 as well. Okay, so now we've done that. Then I'll come over here to the icon, go over to the style. For the icon size, I'm going to set the size to be 6 REM, and then set the text font to be 2 REM, like that. Okay, so we've successfully made our design responsive on all devices. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here, go to the advanced settings, and then I'll just add a CSS class called card. Now the reason for that is we're going to duplicate this card, so there will be no need for us to be adding this CSS class in the individual card. So I'm just going to duplicate this card here, and then for this second one here, we're going to make it a little bit different. So what I'll do here is I'll come over here to this container here, come over to the advanced settings, and then change this color here. So I'm just going to drag this color here to be somewhat like this. Okay, now I'm going to copy this color code here. Then I'll come over here to the card container, go to the style option. For the background, I'm just going to paste this code here, and then I'm just going to drag it and drop it somewhere here like this. Okay, yep, like that. And then what I'll do next is I'll just come over here to the border, and then this border color here, I'll just paste this color here and then set the opacity to be somewhere here like that. So then come over here and change this one here to be the icon to be, let's search for signal, set this here, and then the text, I'm just going to set the text to be signal like that. Okay, so we've created our second card, as you can see. So I'm just going to follow this pattern here to create the subsequent card color. So in order not to make this video long, I'm going to pause the video while I create the other cards and then change the icon and the heading text for each of them. Okay, so as you can see, I've successfully changed the various cards and the content and the colors as well. So we now have varieties of card and colors like this. Okay, so the next thing I'll do here is I'm just going to come over here and add our CSS classes, so that as soon as we add our code, it's going to take effect instantly. Okay, so now for this main section here, I'll come over to the advanced settings, come over to the CSS class, then I'll go to my code editor where I've written down the code and the various classes we're using here. So I'll just copy this out, and I'll come over here and I'll paste this, come over to the card container, go to the advanced settings, come over here to CSS classes, then come and then copy this out here, and then I'm just going to paste this here. Now for the various cards, which is the last CSS class here, I've already added the card CSS class. If you remember from the beginning of the card creation, we added the class here, so and we've already done that by duplicating it here, so we don't need to do that anymore. So what I'm going to do next is I'll just come over here to add element and scroll down to the bottom, then I'll search for the HTML widget and I'll just drag it and drop it here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my code editor and then I'll copy out the CSS classes, CSS code, and the JavaScript code. You don't know how to worry about this code. It's going to be made available in the video description for you to copy and use in your project. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this out and I'll paste this here. So you can see now this is what has happened. You can see that our card is now centralized. It's now in the center, and also all the various cards are behind this particular card here, so because they are all placed in absolute position. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm just going to come over here, click on the publish, so we can preview changes to see what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to click on preview and allow for it to load. All right, so this is what we have here. Okay, so now when you start scrolling, this is what's going to happen. You're going to see this come down here and then it just falls off, and the next one shifts to the front and it falls off, the next one shifts to the front and it falls off like that. So this is a very wonderful way of showcasing your services, your products, your whatever you have. And this design is not restricted. This effect is not restricted to this design in particular. This design is just for you to see how the effect works perfectly. Okay, so, and you notice here that at the bottom here, in a situation where you get this bottom scroll bar here, in order to fix it, you just need to come over here, come over to the main section here, go to the layout. Now for the width, you're going to come over and change the width to 99.98%. Okay, and then click on publish. And then come over here, allow for it to load, and you can see the bottom scroll bar is gone. Okay, so now when you scroll, you have your effect, you have this come down, fall off, the next one push the front and it falls off, next one push the front and it falls off, and like that. So this is a very cool effect you can use to bring sections to life in your design, and it is responsive on all devices. And if you're using the Elementor free version, you'll be able to achieve this cool effect as well. All right, so that's pretty much it about this tutorial. If you've learned something new from this tutorial, remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified first when I drop a new video. And feel free to drop a comment wherever you're confused, and I'll do well to attend to as much as I can. But until then, see you on our next video. Bye bye.